What would happen if Sanji awakened all of his Germa 66 abilities? In this video, we're going to explore how Sanji would become a powerhouse fighter with new abilities such as flying and delivering powerful blows to opponents. Also, we will discuss the other aspects such as changes to his personality and relationships with the crew. Also, what if he becomes stronger than Luffy? Stay tuned to this video and find out, but before that, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so that I can become your nakama. Also, while you are at it, just smash that like button with a Gomu pistol attack. And with that being said, let's dive straight into today's video. If Sanji were to awaken all of his Germa powers at once, it's likely that he would become one of the most powerful characters in the One Piece world. He would possess the strength and speed of his siblings, along with his own unique fighting style and techniques. Germa 66, Sanji's family of genetically modified super soldiers, have an array of powerful abilities, including superhuman strength, speed, and durability. Sanji has always felt conflicted about his family's heritage and the incredible abilities that his genetically modified siblings possess. But what would happen if Sanji were to fully awaken all of his Germa abilities? It's important to note that we have yet to see the full extent of their abilities in the One Piece series, as the family's powers are mostly shown through their specialized suits. However, based on what we do know, here's a creative look at what could happen if Sanji were to awaken all of their superhuman abilities. First and foremost, Sanji would become an even more formidable fighter than he already is. His already impressive strength, speed, and agility would be taken to new heights, and he would be able to take on even the toughest opponents with ease. He would also have the ability to fly, as seen with his brother Yanji's specialized boots. His fighting style would become even more acrobatic and fluid, incorporating aerial maneuvers and devastating kicks. He will not only gain incredible speed, strength, and agility, but he will also develop a nearly impenetrable hard skin, because of which, he will be able to withstand attacks that would normally leave him injured. Sanji's hard skin will act as a shield, protecting him from physical attacks and even some types of elemental attacks. It will also allow him to attack with greater force, as he will be able to absorb the impact of his own kicks without damaging himself. In addition to his hard skin, Sanji will also gain new abilities that will make him even more versatile in battle. For example, he will be able to use his Germa powers to create powerful energy blasts, similar to those used by his siblings. These energy blasts will be capable of destroying buildings and causing massive damage to his opponents. Sanji's new powers also come with some potential drawbacks. As we've seen with his siblings, the genetic modifications they underwent have led to some significant changes to their personalities and emotions. Sanji has always been a character with a deep sense of empathy and compassion, and it's possible that awakening his Germa powers could change this aspect of his personality. This could have a significant impact on his relationships with the other members of the Straw Hat Pirates. As a chef and a member of the crew, Sanji has always been the heart of the Straw Hats, but with his new powers, he could become a formidable warrior, and his priorities could shift towards fighting instead of cooking. This could lead to tension within the crew and could potentially affect their ability to work together as a team. He might also challenge Luffy or Zoro to a fight at some point if his moral sense of justice gets overcome by genetic alterations. I mean, who knows? All we know is Sanji's character is about more than just his powers. His experiences and relationships have shaped who he is as a person, and his rejection of his Germa heritage is an important part of his character arc. It's possible that fully awakening his Germa powers could change who he is as a person and take away from the depth and complexity of his character. Overall, if Sanji were to awaken all of his Germa powers at once, it could have a profound impact on the world of One Piece. This could potentially change the power dynamics of the One Piece world. Sanji would be able to take on entire armies on his own, and his speed and agility would make him nearly untouchable in battle. He could also potentially challenge some of the most powerful characters in the world, such as the Four Emperors or the Admirals of the Navy. But just how strong would Sanji become compared to other characters in One Piece? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. There are many powerful characters in the One Piece universe, each with their own unique abilities and strengths. However, with his Germa powers awakened, Sanji would be on par with some of the strongest characters in the series. His enhanced speed and agility would allow him to move like lightning, dodging attacks and landing powerful kicks that would leave his opponents reeling. It would be like watching a blur of red and black as Sanji moves at breakneck speeds, his enemies struggling to keep up. And let's not forget about his strength. With his Germa powers awakened, Sanji's already impressive kicks would pack an even bigger punch, rivaling the likes of Luffy and Zoro in raw physical power. Imagine the impact of one of Sanji's kicks, sending opponents flying through the air and crashing into walls like rag dolls. But perhaps what makes Sanji truly formidable is his mastery of the black leg style. With his Germa powers awakened, Sanji would be able to unleash a whole new arsenal of techniques, each one more devastating than the last. His opponents would be left defenseless as he unleashes a barrage of kicks, each one precise and deadly. The important question is, what would happen if Sanji becomes stronger than Luffy? For one, it could fundamentally change the dynamic of the Straw Hat crew. Luffy is the captain, and his strength and leadership have been the backbone of the crew since the beginning. If Sanji were to become stronger than Luffy, it could potentially lead to tension and even conflict within the crew. Sanji may start to question Luffy's leadership, and the other crew members may start to follow Sanji instead. Before majority of the audience start hating on me, I would like to tell you that this is just a hypothetical theory and I personally don't think that it's ever going to happen. After all, we all know that the Straw Hats follow Luffy simply for the kind of person he is and not just because he is stronger than them. However, it's also possible that Sanji becoming stronger than Luffy could lead to a fascinating exploration of the themes of friendship and rivalry that are central to One Piece. Throughout the series, Luffy has always been driven by his desire to become the Pirate King, and he has often been spurred on by his rivalries with other strong characters. If Sanji were to become stronger than Luffy, it could lead to a deepening of their relationship, as the two friends compete and push each other to become even stronger, maybe like Roger and Whitebeard. Ultimately, whether Sanji becoming stronger than Luffy would be a positive or negative development for One Piece would depend on how it was handled. If it were simply a matter of Sanji suddenly becoming inexplicably stronger than Luffy, it would feel like a contrived plot point. However, if it were the result of a carefully crafted narrative arc that explored the themes of friendship, rivalry, and personal growth that are central to the series, it could be a powerful and engaging development that would keep fans of the series hooked for years to come. In the end, only time will tell what Sanji's future holds. But one thing is for sure, his Germa powers have the potential to shake up the One Piece world in a massive way. And that brings us to an end for today's video. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience. Before leaving, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content, and always remember, the more you like and subscribe, the more we thrive.